तमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Am I audible to everybody, please? So we're just waiting for a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes. We'll just wait and we'll start. So we apologize for yesterday's snag in the internet yesterday. So we had to really struggle with the speed of the internet, and the flow of the speech had to got hampered. So we will re-record the aspects that we learned yesterday, and we will upload it so you can watch it again. Many of them have a complaint that they were not able to even see the screen properly. So it is because of the internet here. So we'll be launching a small poll today just to get an understanding of the population's history, understanding of the history among the population that is coming for these classes. So we have 2 questions we are launching. We want everybody to please answer these 2 questions. Okay. Were you guys able to see the question? There are about 2 questions that I have asked. So I want everybody to guess the answer, please. I want everybody to answer this question. Just guess the answer. If you don't know, guess the answer.
Sir, I am not able to see the question. Unable to see the question.
Please read out the question.
There are more than 43 people now. Only 2 people have voted. Can everybody look at the polls? Not able to see the question.
Sir, how can we see the question?
Somebody is saying not able to see the question.
Please go to the polls and answer the question, please.
Where it located in Google?
For the viewers, where is the location of the polls? Yeah. Click on the 9 dots. Over there, you have the polls. On the right bottom corner. On the right bottom corner. On the right bottom corner, you have the if you click on it, there should be option to select the polls. Can everybody please answer the questions, 2 questions in the polls? If you click on the right bottom corner, where the 9 dots are there, there should be an option called polls. And that I've asked the 2 questions. I want the answer from everybody, please.
Tools option they have to click. Tools.
Everybody please answer the questions, 2 questions. On the right bottom corner, you have the 9 dots. If you click on those 9 dots, you'll get the polls option, and you can answer these 2 questions. Neera Raghav, not able to see. On the top right corner of your window, there are 9 dots where if you click, you'll get options for the polls.
Sir, please question हिंदी में बोलेंगे?
Yeah, who is asking the question, please? Neeta Bhatt. Who is asking the question?
जी sir, I.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead. So out of 50, only 20 people have voted. 30 people are sitting idle. That is the major problem with our society. All it takes is to click on the button. Okay, she wants Praveen Singh. She wants to speak the question in Hindi. Okay, the first question is: जब ब्रिटिशर्स अपने भारत में आके सबसे पहला बैटल, अपना पहला युद्ध 1757 में जीते थे, बैटल ऑफ प्लासी बंगाल में, उस समय कौन जीत रहा था? कौन भारत को रूलिंग कर रहे थे? इस्लामिक राज्य था पूरा देश, हिंदू राजा रूल कर रहे थे, कौन शासन कर रहा था? पहला ऑप्शन इस्लामिक रूलर्स यानी विदेशी शक्तियां। दूसरा पोल जो दूसरा आंसर है हिंदू रूलर्स, अपने स्वदेशी राजा है, यानी हिंदू राजा। तो सेकंड क्वेश्चन, दूसरा क्वेश्चन जो है, दलित्स, जो आज जो जिस जातियों को हम दलित बोलते हैं, उस जातियों को क्या भारतीय समाज डिस्क्रिमिनेशन यानी उसको नीचा देखती थी 1500 एडी के पहले जब इस्लामिक इन्वेशंस आए? हाँ, मेजर इन्वेशंस तो 1200 में आए, 1192, मगर बिफोर मुगल्स आने तब तक 1500 में आए थे मुगल्स। उस समय के पहले क्या दलित जाति को नीचा देखा जाता था तब भी? हाँ बोले तो फर्स्ट ऑप्शन यस, ना बोले तो सेकंड ऑप्शन नो। दो क्वेश्चन, सिर्फ दो क्वेश्चन पूछे हमने, सिर्फ दो क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं। तो अभी सिर्फ 28 लोग आउट ऑफ 62 पीपल हैव वोटेड, लेस देन 50%। अगर ऐसा ही रहा हमारा हालत, वोटिंग नहीं करेंगे, बाहर जाके वोट नहीं करेंगे, आपको हक दिया गया है वोट करने का, यू हैव बीन गिवन द राइट टू वोट, यू हैव टू यूटिलाइज इट, यू हैव टू गो आउट एंड वोट। भारतीय समाज सो रहा है, यही निदर्शन है। वोट भी नहीं करेंगे, बटन भी नहीं दबाएंगे, अपना हक क्या है वो भी पता नहीं है। आई वांट सब लोगों का, आई वांट एवरीबडी टू वोट। अगर तेलुगु में बोलना चाहूं तो तेलुगु में बोलता हूँ। ఇక్కడ కుడివైపు కిందన 9 చుక్కలు ఉంటాయి, అక్కడ క్లిక్ చేస్తే మీకు పోల్స్ అనే ఒక ఆప్షన్ వస్తుంది. ఆ పోల్స్ అనే ఆప్షన్ కొడితే మీకు 2 క్వశ్చన్స్ అడిగాను. ఆ 2 క్వశ్చన్స్ కి ప్లీజ్ ఆన్సర్ చేయండి. ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్, బ్రిటిష్ వాళ్ళు 1757లో మొట్టమొదటి ప్లాసీ యుద్ధం గెలిచారు. ఆ గెలిచినప్పుడు భారతదేశం ఎవరి చేతిలో? ముస్లిం ఇస్లామిక్ రూలర్స్ చేతిలో ఉండిందా, మన భారతీయ రాజులు హిందూ రూలర్స్ చేతిలో ఉండిందా? ఎవరు రూల్ చేస్తున్నారు భారతదేశాన్ని ఆ సమయం? 1757, 1757 ఏడి. రెండో క్వశ్చన్, ఇప్పుడు పిలువబడే దళిత జాతులు వాళ్ళ యొక్క పరిస్థితి ఏమిటి? ఇస్లామిక్ రూలర్స్ కంటే ముందు, అంటే ఇన్వేషన్స్ కంటే ముందు, 1500 ఏడి కంటే ముందు, అంటే అక్బర్ కంటే ముందు, స్పెసిఫిక్ గా చెప్పాలంటే అక్బర్ కంటే ముందు మన భారతదేశంలో ఈ దళితులని నీచంగా చూసేవాళ్ళమా, అంటరానిగా వాడుగా చూసేవాళ్ళమా? తొమ్మిది చుక్కలు ఉంటాయి రైట్ సైడ్ కింద. 31 మంది ఓట్ చేశారు, 62 మందికి, ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ 50%. మనం బయటకు వెళ్ళి ఓట్ చేసే పర్సంటేజ్ కూడా ఇదే. మన భారతదేశంలో 50% ఓట్ చేస్తాం, మిగతా వాళ్ళు నిద్రపోతూ ఉంటాం. ఎండ ఎక్కువ ఉంది, వర్షం పడుతుంది, అంతసేపు క్యూలో ఎందుకు నిలబడాలి? వై షుడ్ బి స్టాండ్ ఇన్ ద క్యూ? People don't go and vote. Is anybody understanding what I am asking? Is anybody not understanding? किसी को समझ में नहीं आ रहा वोट कैसा करना? समझ में नहीं आ रहा किसी को? प्लीज वोट मैं और एक 2 मिनट देता हूँ, उसके बाद में क्लास सेलेक्ट आते हैं. विल स्टार्ट द क्लास. 2 मिनट प्लीज एवरीबडी, सब लोग वोट करिएगा. 34 out of 62 out of 66. ठीक है. So at least I think it is representative of the population who is attending this class. So we can't see Niranjan Vidya, can't see the question. So on the top right bottom, sorry, not top, sorry, lower bottom right, lower bottom right, there is 9 dots. Lower bottom right, there is no 9 dots. Click on that, you will see the polls option.
నమస్తే అండి, మీరు స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేసి కూడా చూపించవచ్చు, అది అర్థం కాని వాళ్ళకి.
Let me see. Can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
ఇక్కడ కింద it is there on the right bottom corner. Here. Because of all these things, I'm unable to show them. So can you guys see meeting tools on the top right, bottom right corner? Bottom right corner, please look at my mouse. Bottom right corner. Bottom right corner, meeting tools. If you click on the meeting tools, you will see the polls. You go to the polls, you should be able to answer these 2 questions. Bottom right corner, meeting tools. Okay. So the first question was, पहला क्वेश्चन, जब ब्रिटिशर्स ने भारत ने अपना पहला युद्ध जीता था, तब कौन भारत को रूल कर रहा है? आउट ऑफ 39 वोट्स, सिर्फ 39 वोट्स किए हैं. 74 में से सिर्फ 41. दैट्स गुड. 41. That's about 50-60%. That's the maximum votes people will do. Next to the chart option also there is a tools option. Then somebody, Mahalakshmi ji, is saying, so 30 out of 42 is saying that the major portion of India was ruled by Islamic rulers. Yani 31 out of 43 have answered Islamic rulers. Pathak have raised hands. Mughal Empire. Sirajud-Dowla was in Bengal only. Sirajud-Dowla was in Bengal, not entire India. Aurangzeb was in 1707. He died in 1707. I'm asking about 1757. This question is 1757. Aurangzeb died in 1707. Out of 45 votes, 32 votes have given to Islamic rulers, right? But only 13 people said that it was ruled by Hindu rulers. The right answer is, when British came to India, India was ruled by Hindus. Yeah, Sandhya Reddy ji, you have raised a question, hand. See, Alamgir, all these people, they were only the rulers of Delhi. Delhi is not India. If you look at the history of Delhi only, but उसका empire का कितना कमजोर हो गया था after Aurangzeb. Marathas took over the entire India. शिवाजी के बाद में बाजीराव पूरा दुनिया देश में युद्ध करके पूरा जीत लिया था. He has won the entire India almost. In the south, we had a Mysore Empire under the leadership of Tipu Sultan. But he was also paying tribute to Marathas. Tipu Sultan was also paying tributes to Marathas. And Bajirao defeated Nizam in Telangana region, Telangana Andhra region, and some portion of Karnataka. And if anybody has looked at the Bajirao movie, you would have understood. अगर बाजीराव मूवी देखे होते तो आपको समझ में आता था कि कब उसके बाजीराव के बाद में आया था ब्रिटिशर्स. निजाम भी ट्रिब्यूट पे किया था बाजीराव को, मराठास को, यानी टैक्स पे कर रहा था. So technically they were suzerain states under the Maratha Confederacy. और बंगाल भी पे कर रहा था मराठास को. और दिल्ली तो दिल्ली वाज प्रोटेक्टेड ऑफ मराठास. दिल्ली का राजा को सिर्फ मराठास ने प्रोटेक्ट कर रहा था. दिल्ली किंग वाज प्रोटेक्टेड बाय द मराठास. आफ्टर विनिंग द दिल्ली, मराठास just kept the king, the Mughal prince, to be there, continue as a king, and their region of influence was only a few kilometers just between Delhi and Agra. That's it. And that also they don't have the control. They were only protected by the Marathas. So Bengal was also ruled, was also paying tributes to Marathas. So they Attak to Katak. Attak किधर है? Attak is almost in the Peshawar के पास, Pakistan, Afghanistan का border से लेके at Katak, which was in Orissa, all the way till Tanjavur in the south. Direct rule था Marathas. It was direct rule. And whatever the leftover of the Mughal rules, Mughal kingdoms, which is Adil Shahi kingdom in the south, which is ruled by the, it is called as Mysore. It was led by the Tipu Sultan. He was also paying taxes to the Marathas. That means technically Marathas had control of the all of India almost. So our history, which was just 200 years ago, unfortunately, is not being taught in the schools properly. Even if it is there, if it is said in a very small, minute sentences, right? One small sentence. The Marathas from so-and-so date to so-and-so, they ruled so-and-so region. But they don't explain detailedly. So the entire contribution of the people who died, who fought, who died, we have not given any kind of recognition to them. Any kind of recognition. If any soldier dies, we say Amar ho jayega. तो स्वर्ग में जाएगा. He will go to heaven. He will be remembered forever. If we are not remembering our own soldiers who died and fought for our country, how can you save this country? How can you save the country which does not honor their own soldiers who fought and died for the nation? For you to live happily. Same thing happened in 1947. Subhash Chandra Bose ka army, 60,000 army, they lost 24,000 of it. After losing so many soldiers, And it was all secular soldiers. There were all types of people, all caste, creed, all religions. Everybody was there in this army. And after we got the independence, the Muslim soldiers left over from the Subhash Chandra Bose army, most of them went to Pakistan. And Hindu soldiers were the people who fought.
Condition.
So I once again apologize. Yesterday we had a lot of snag with internet. Yoni. Reddy Garba have been gone. There is nobody to teach us. So whatever the Britishers have written, the English medium, because we don't understand our own Sanskrit language or our own scriptures, we understand from their lens how they understood it, or how they distorted things. We learn things in English, so we will not understand our scriptures if we learn in English. People say, I've heard from so many Swamijis saying that English language is only, you can talk in any language, you can understand. No. If you wanted to understand our scriptures properly, you have to understand the native language.
In fact,
how the grammar is written, how the what is the methodology of writing the scriptures. You need to understand those things. What is the context of it? When was this written? What were they referring to when they were writing this? You need to know the whole whole story behind it. If you want to interpret what the right answer is.
Okay, sir. I agree to it. I am aware to a certain extent our present disastrous condition of lack of knowledge about our culture is because of the main promotion of English. Britishers have purposely wanted to kill our culture, so they attacked our language.
Yes. So, but, sir,
you know, like a few minutes back,
this is my suggestion. Okay, take this information and try to do your own research. Don't take it for granted. After I found it more authentic, I am displaying this information to you. Okay. This is what even Vedas also. This is what is written. Veda Vyasa said, you don't have to believe in the Vedas. You do your own research.
One thing. Excuse me. Actually, you know, most of the inventions are based from our Vedas. That is basically from Sanskrit. This is an established this thing. Foreigners, they promoted Sanskrit, whereas our culture, we killed Sanskrit. That's such a rich language.
That is what is called the strategy of colonization. They have used several strategies. They used our own people against us. They have not done anything themselves. They have put some people in front of it. Like, for example, when banning the Gurukulam systems, first person they colonized was the most famous Sanghakarta, the person who reformed the Hindu society, the so-called. Even today on our textbooks, throughout the country, every child reads about one person from Bengal who has translated Upanishads from Sanskrit to Bengali. Raja Ram Mohan Rai, as the very, very great leader, very, very great leader of India who reformed the Indian civilization. He was the one who wrote a letter to the Queen saying that if you want to remove the social practices of this country, you have to first destroy remove the all Gurukula system, education system. Using that letter, they have done it. In England, he wrote it. He is a converted Christian, buried as a Christian. You can see his attire. He will be having a attire like a lord. He was buried as a Christian. He has taken a Christian burial actually. We don't know about this. हमें अपना इतिहास के बारे में कुछ पता नहीं, because it is not there in our history. Okay, so next one. So if you don't agree, or if you are not able to understand, grasp this kind of information, I want you to go and ask some more. Now the information is coming out. Okay, there are a lot of people talking about these kind of things in the YouTube or the social media. Social media में आजकल बहुत सारे लोग, you have to उस information के लिए ढूंढना पड़ेगा, आपको मिल जाएगा.
रमेश जी, मेरा नाम सुब्रमणी है. So it was an interesting thing.
Yeah, it is very difficult to find out who is authentic, who is not authentic, कौन कितने तक authentic है, कौन. It is very, very difficult. Okay, so मगर try to use your own brain, you will find the answer. You don't have to believe in anybody.
Yeah. So Ramesh ji, this one what you said, Hiranyagarbha is correct. It is as per the Rig Veda, it is Hiranyagarbha. But Brahma is also born of golden egg as per Puranic. So they are not in conflict. So in our system, the Shad Darshana system, Veda, Yoga, Veda, Sankhya and all, same concept will be defined as slightly different in different Darshana systems. So it is not in conflict. That golden egg, Hiranyagarbha, is still mentioned. In fact, if you have puja at home, or especially when your father pass away, or those rituals, when you give the dana to the priest, you would do the Hiranyagarbham, Hema Bijam, like those chanting you would do. And some of those during the death rituals, they would invoke some of these concepts. But it is not in conflict. Puranas, Brahma is supposed to be born of a golden egg. And Hiranyagarbha is
that's what I'm saying.
And we cannot even say it is golden egg. It is not
before
like
the creation, we have two symbols, right? We have the Shivalinga, we have the Vishnu, from the Nabi, the Brahma is getting created. The two symbols are there of the creation. Okay. Do some more research. Take this information and absorb it, and do manthan afterwards. Okay. So anyway, in Indian stories, the tortoise is a representation of our tectonic plates. So we have this is in Telugu. Okay. Anyway, I got this picture. So we have the 7 Atalas as lower worlds. Atala means we have the Atlas, right? Earlier, I just gave a small introduction in the last class. Atalas are the 7 Atalas. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Patala, Talatala, Pahatala. Right? Talatala is the Arctic Circle. Rasatala is the African continent. Atala is the European continent. The Asia is called as the Vitala. Sutala is this region. Mahatala and Patala. So Patala for us was the South America, Central America, South America used to be the Patala. Bali was sent to the Patala by Vishnu Avatara of Vamana Avatara. So these Atalas are represented we know all these things are actually on the surface of the tectonic plates. There are several symbols. I'm just trying to see if we have the symbol of I think. So these 7 kurmas are, because these continents actually keep moving. Since the symbol, why they have chosen the tortoise is, these tectonic plates are keep moving very, very slowly. The tortoise moves slowly. That's why they have taken the symbol as that for the tectonic plates. So in the Manthan, Samudra Manthan, the people from all over the world, they came onto one Atala. They all came to one of the Atala and did the research work, manthan. And then from there came the knowledge. And then that knowledge is called as the Amrutam. That is one of the explanation that we could think of. So there are 7 higher levels of lokas, like Bhuvarloka, Bhuloka, Swargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Satyaloka. These are the conscious levels of the people. They are conscious levels of the people. They are not, most likely they are not the separate places in the universe. They are probably the mental planes of the people. Or the people who go into a particular location. Location means, locum means location. It's basically an English word. Locum, from the locum, the English, they have copied the location. So these are pointers. This is for all of you to start thinking in this direction. Okay. We have lost the scientific way of looking at our scriptures. We are just looking at our scriptures as a mythological documents, or, maybe these are all from the different world, but everything is happening in this world, in this thing. So like Garuda spanning across the symbol Garuda is there across the, including, Mayan civilization. You see the Garuda? I was there actually in Mexico. They also use the symbol. It is there in the Greek civilization. Every civilization, the symbols are almost the same. Their representation is almost the same. In Bali, Indonesia, Thailand, this is in Mayan civilization. In the Americas, people used to travel to Americas from India for a long time. Until and unless probably there was a big water, sea level rising. Our civilization was in contact with Americas, Native Americans. All our Puranas talk about the Patal. Another symbolism is a Navagraha. So,
excuse me, few minutes back, in the opening remark, you mentioned that thief is within the ship. That means Hindus are the main culprits for Hindu downfall. And one more thing.
No, 1 minute, sir. I will just differ there. I do not agree fully with your statement. When I say fully, I'm saying some portion. Yes, it is true, but there is a caveat to it. There is a caveat.
Yeah. One more thing.
So what is the caveat is?
One more thing. Excuse me. I have one more. I have one more, sir.
Yeah,
and our religion is the most conflicting version. We celebrate Lord Krishna's birthday in 2 days. We celebrate Deepavali in 2 or 3 days. We celebrate Dasara in 2 or 3 days. There is no unity. There is no correct direction for us. We are totally confused.
We'll discuss about it later. Okay. We'll discuss about that. It's not the unity. That's not the unity problem. Okay. It is just understanding of the science. Okay. So there are some people are looking at certain things to arrive at a date. That's not nothing to do with the conflict. That's people have never quarreled for this kind of little things. They might not disagree, but they have not cut the throats of other people.
Every doctor will prescribe
conflict in the European sense. Conflict in the European sense that you kill the other person. You just eliminate that person, because you need to know the in what context we are learning this thing. Now we are in the anything that Europeans or the Westerners talk about us, they are talking with respect to their civilization. When they say conflict in them, conflict means eliminate the other guy, cut him down. In India, if there is a conflict, it's only a dialogue. So in India, conflict doesn't lead to a war or killing some other person. It is only a discussion. Sant Shankaracharya came from South India, roamed around the country. He converted the entire country without a single sparrow in his hand. all with the dialogue. Honest debate. If somebody is willing to come for the honest debate, we are ready. The problem is the other side doesn't want to do a debate. They just want to shut you down. Right? That's the problem. If there is a honest debate, then we can debate. Hope I answered your question. Please think within the context of Indian civilization. We can disagree and be together. That's not a problem. And try to find why they are talking differently. Try to delve on it. There is no problem. Nobody is coming and killing you for that if you disagree. In the European sense, if you disagree, that's it. You are hanged in front of everybody. Galileo, he said the earth is round. He was hanged to death, stoned to death. In the Dark Ages, Christians, Catholics, and Protestants, they were killing each other. Until 1400, they were they were against their throats within themselves. They're all Christians only. They were fighting among themselves. They're killing each other just because they believe in little things, other things. India never happened on the name of God or the deities. It never happened. These some of these movies they have created, Dasavatara, that, this, and everything. It might be a political battle. It was never on the name of the God. They never desecrated another person's deity. Never happened in India. If somebody is saying that, they are trying to concoct the story because they had the authority of the platform that they are putting that information. Okay, so now we have the Navagrahas. So Graha means what? Graha, is it a body in the space? Are these the stars? Are these the planets? Are these the moons? All of them, or only some of them? Or are there anything that doesn't have any matter? Rahu Ketu is not any physical body in the nature. The stories that you hear, they're all the stories for the 3-year-old. But the real concept of Rahu Ketu, we just these two are the eclipses. When moon cuts the earth rotation plane, on one side it is Rahu, on the other side it is Ketu. The moon rotational plane, the चांद जो है वो भूमि का रोटेशन प्लेन से 5 डिग्री एंगल में रहता है. तो जब वो जाता रहता है तो वो भूमि सूर्य के अराउंड जब वो भूमि फिरती रहती है, वो प्लेन को जब भी वो काटता है, एक पॉइंट को, एक तरफ के पॉइंट को राहु बोलते हैं, एक तरफ के पॉइंट को केतु बोलते हैं. But what is the significance of the eclipses is when this Rahu and Ketu are in same line between the earth and sun, when they are in alignment, when it is cutting, when they are in same line, that is where when the eclipses occur, lunar eclipse or solar eclipse. Every month it is cutting the same plane, but they are not, when it is cutting, they are not in the same line. When they are in alignment, the shadow of one object falls on the other object, and we have the eclipse, lunar eclipse and solar eclipse. So Rahu and Ketu Graha doesn't mean it's only a material object. The Surya is a star, it's not a planet. Chandra is a moon, it's not a planet. So why are we calling Rahu and Ketu as Graha? Because when they are all in alignment, there is a gravitational forces that it affects, higher gravitational forces that we experience on the earth. That's why that intersection point, which is also imaginary intersection point also, वो उसको हम ग्रहा बोलते हैं, क्योंकि वो situation को में हमें it actually there is a gravitational forces are higher on them. द ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स भी ग्रह से, विद दिस वर्ड ओनली इट केम, यही वर्ड से आया, गुरुत्व आकर्षण शक्ति अपने ऋग्वेद में है। अभी 1500 तक न्यूटन जब आया, वो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स के बारे में कहाँ से आया उसका नाम, वो क्या उसके पास ऋग्वेद में था क्या? यस, he had it. He knows the Sanskritam. He was the one who oversaw the translation of some of these works that they got hold of from India. After they, वो लोग भारत आने के बाद ही उसके पास कितना नॉलेज कहाँ से आ गया? उसके पहले कुछ नहीं था उनके पास. They had nothing, none of this knowledge, because they got the material from books, scriptures from India. They understood, they tried to understand from it, and they claim whoever has oversaw the translation of this, अपने ही ब्राह्मण्स पूरा ट्रांसलेट करके दे दिया उन्होंने, उनको तनख्वाह देके पूरा ट्रांसलेट करवा लिया. They have given salary and got all the translated, but ट्रांसलेशन में प्रॉब्लम होता है, एग्जैक्ट ट्रांसलेशन में, अंडरस्टैंडिंग में, वो चीजें आज भी है. They are there today also. That we have to understand. So this was the path of our people going to the Americas in the past. So this was from India. On that path, wherever our Indians were traveling to the Americas, our people have built pyramids. Pyramids सारे अपने भारतीय लोगों ने ही बनाया है. If you want to understand the path of India, भारतीय लोग, so even they went to the South Americas, Machu Picchu, Peru, वहाँ पे भी pyramids है. They have gone this way also, not just so North America, Central America, South America. They have gone to the Europe. वहाँ जहाँ पे गए, यूरोप में भी, टर्की में भी पिरामिड्स मिल रहे हैं आजकल, इंग्लैंड में भी पिरामिड्स है, यूरोप में भी पिरामिड्स है. एवरीवेयर यू विल फाइंड पिरामिड्स. दे आर नथिंग बट पराशर शास्त्र. उसके बीच के पीछे जो शास्त्र होता था वो पराशर शास्त्र होता था. वो शास्त्र सिर्फ अपने पास है, किसी के पास नहीं. There is one more the information I wanted to give. We have a 60-year cycle अपने साउथ में. हम तो every year we have a name. After the 60 years, again the first year we say Prabhava बोलते हैं, right? So every year we have a 60-year cycle. This is also related to the planetary motions. Earth, Moon, and Sun, when they are in alignment, we get the lunar eclipse and solar eclipse. But every 60 years, the Jupiter and Saturn also come in line. So this combination, Earth, Jupiter, Saturn, and Earth, Moon, and Sun, they all come in line in a V shape. So when that comes, it actually comes every 60-year cycle. So we were tracking the alignment of Jupiter and Saturn also. This is what the living, the information. 60-year cycle. Agni Purana mentions it. How the alignment of Saturn, Jupiter, Earth, Sun, Moon, all these alignments are coming. Agni Purana has mentioned this. And because of, to track that 60-year cycle, they have given these numbers. आज भी use करते हैं. Every year we say that today, this year is certain particular year. Okay. So there are still a lot more things that we can discuss. But I'm just trying to put a little more topics that are not there in the real, in the day-to-day life that people don't understand. Okay. Okay. So there are a lot of myths that they have created. One of them is RN invasion theory versus RN migration theory. आज अपने textbooks में for after 11-12 years of the new government, they had guts to change one thing. Aryan invasion theory is a myth. In this year's textbook, it is now Aryan migration theory. Aryan invasion theory that was created to divide Indian society, subjugate Indian society. One of the reasons for the World War supremacy feeling for the Hitler and Germans. This theory was one of the reasons why the World War II or World War I, the inspiration that the so-called Aryans race in Germany felt that they are the superior, everybody else is inferior, they don't have the right to live. They started killing other people. हिटलर वर्ल्ड वार 1 में और वर्ल्ड वार 2 में ये आर्यन इन्वेशन थ्योरी को जब इन्वेंट किया गया है वेस्ट ने, उसको यूज करके स्वस्तिका सिंबल यहाँ पे भी होता है वहां पे भी होता है, उन्होंने यूज करके लोगों को मारना शुरू किया और इसका भरपूर समर्थन कैथोलिक चर्च ने दिया है हिटलर को। सारे जूस को चुन चुन के मारा गया है पूरा दुनिया में। सिर्फ हिटलर ने ही नहीं मारा, दूसरी तरफ स्टालिन ने भी मारा जूस को, क्योंकि वो भी क्रिश्चियन था, वो भी ऑर्थोडॉक्स क्रिश्चियन कंट्री है। 2000 साल से जूस के खिलाफ वो लोग फेक स्टोरीज लगा के जीसस को जूस ने मारा है करके रोमन्स ने एक फेक स्टोरी बनाया और उनके खिलाफ हेट स्टोरी बना बना के व्हेन दे वर किल्ड देयर वाज नोबडी टू क्राई, कोई भी, क्योंकि वो बुरे लोग हैं, बोल के सब लोग समझ रहे कि ये लोग तो बुरे लोग हैं, तो बुरे लोगों को मरना चाहिए। ये लोग मारते रहे और कुछ को पूरा दुनिया देखती रही। सिर्फ भारत में बचे हैं जूस, ओनली इन इंडिया, दे थैंक इंडिया। फाइनली इंडियन सोल्जर्स ही जाके हैफा विच इज वन ऑफ द सिटी इन इजराइल, उस एरिया को लिबरेट किया है भारतीय सोल्जर्स ने इंग्लैंड की तरफ से जाके। फाइनली अपने लोग बहुत बहादुर है, कहीं भी जाके युद्ध कर सकते हैं, सिर्फ खोपड़ी को सही करना चाहिए। सो खोपड़ी को सही कर दें तो दुनिया हमारा पांव छुए। सो एंड आउट ऑफ माइग्रेशन थ्योरी, अफ्रीका माइग्रेशन थ्योरी, पूरा सिविलाइजेशन सिर्फ अफ्रीका से चालू हुआ है। कोई भी बुक, if you write any book saying that the origin of the human beings came from not coming from Africa, nobody will get there. जितना बड़ा कबाल है, they will not even let you publish that book. क्या लोग भारत से बाहर गए हैं? See, if you look at entire European civilization, they all had connections with India. उनका languages देखिएगा, स्पेनिश, लैटिन डायरेक्टली संस्कृत से आया हुआ लैंग्वेज है। फिर बाद में जो लैटिन से जो आया लैंग्वेजेस है, स्पेनिश, पोर्चुगीज और फ्रेंच, ये तीनों को लैटिनोस बोलते हैं। पूरा संस्कृत ग्रामर है, पूरा संस्कृत का ही बैकग्राउंड रहता है। If you look at German, very connected to Sanskritam. It is a direct descendant from Sanskritam. बीच में लैटिन नहीं है जर्मन में। Russian, Slavic languages, they are all direct descendants from Sanskritam. तो इंग्लिश तो बाद में आया, बट इंग्लिश ऑल्सो borrowed lot of 90% of their language, actually the words they borrowed it from Indian Sanskrit language. After they came to India in 1500s, they had very small, इतना छोटा सा डिक्शनरी था उनका, कुछ चंद पेजों का डिक्शनरी था। अभी कितना बड़ा, every word you can see there is a lot of connection to the Sanskrit language. घर बोलते हैं, ग्रहम, गृहा, घर, गृहम को निकाल के ग्रो निकाल के होम बोलते हैं। मातृ को मदर बोलते हैं, भ्राता को ब्रदर बोलते हैं, सवास्ता सिस्टर को सिस्टर बोलते हैं। सवास्ता संस्कृत में सिस्टर होता है। द्वारम, डोर को द्वारम बोलते हैं, दो रहते हैं खुलने के लिए, और द्वा बोले तो दो लीव्स ऑफ डोर्स जब रहते हैं उसी को द्वार बोलते हैं, डोर। ऐसा बहुत सारे चीजें, मैट्रिकुलेशन, मातृकुलेशन, महास्तर, मास्टर, बैचलर, वो भी संस्कृत हो है। ऐसा देखते गए तो entire English is filled with the Sanskrit language, little bit twisted here and there, shortened it. Yeah, मातर, और पूरा दुनिया में मदर को इट इज वेरी लिथुएनियन, वो थे मामा, माद्रे स्पेनिश, मेरे फ्रेंच। अभी आजकल आई हैव सीन दे स्टार्टेड ए मायन माइग्रेशन थियरी, नॉट मेनी ऑफ यू गाइस हैव हर्ड अबाउट इट। द मायंस जो साउथ अमेरिका में होते हैं, मेक्सिको में, यहाँ पे होते थे, now they are saying they are looking at the similarities that have between the Angkor Wat, कंबोडिया में जो टेम्पल, अंकोर वाट में जो विष्णु का टेम्पल है, सबको पता है भारत में कि वो अपने भारत से गया है, राजा वहां पे राजा बना, एक ब्राह्मण ने गया वहां पे बिजनेस करने के लिए, और वहां के रानी से he has married the queen of that land, and then lot of these temples in Cambodia they have built. Angkor Wat was built not long ago. मगर आज हम चुप बैठ रहे हैं, we are sitting silent, and they said that there is construction of the Angkor Wat is very similar, the construction techniques is very similar to the Mayan constructions in the South America. And they said that it's so, because of that they are saying that Mayans must have migrated here and then they must have constructed these temples. We are very much welcome to that idea. That means the Mayans or the North Americans and South Americans were in contact with the Southeast Asia not long ago. Even Egyptian pyramids also has the symbols of Mayan civilization, Mayan calendar on the Egyptian pyramids. So one of the videos that I saw in the YouTube, they said, oh, Mayans must have come here and built it. So whether they built it or not is a different story. There is a contact from the South African continent to the American continent in the past. It is not the West that has connected to the rest of the world. So our people were in contact with all over the world. Until the waters rose, probably when the waters rose, the coastal areas got submerged, the travel between these American continents have stopped probably. Because you need a lot of expertise to go out all the way till there. We have to do the more research on it. And सबसे बड़ा, most interesting point is caste system. I've asked this question, आज question पूछा था Dalits and their status before invasions. Untouchability a crime in Andaman Islands? Is untouchability a crime in Andaman Islands? Are you allowed to go and touch the tribes in the Andaman Islands? You will be put in jail. आप अगर अंडमान आइलैंड्स में जाके वहां पे ट्राइब्स को अगर आप उसको जाके छुएंगे तो आपको जेल लग जाएगी, क्योंकि लॉ है, आप नहीं टच कर सकते हैं. सो हम बचपन में जो है, हम बचपन में जब कोई भी नोटबुक खरीदते हैं पीछे लगता था कि अनटचेबिलिटी इज ए क्राइम. तो भाई क्यों अंडमान में क्राइम नहीं है? Untouchability is the law over there. Why is there a conflict in the same country? वहां पे जाके आप नहीं छू पाओगे, मगर यहाँ पे अगर किसी ने छुआछूत दिखाया तो वो गलत है. सब लोग जाके सबको पकड़ो, छुओ. तो कोरोना ने दिखा दिया अनटचेबिलिटी छूना कितना मना है. सबको समझ आ गया ना, पूरा विदेश भी नमस्कार कर रहे थे. पूरा विदेशी प्राइम मिनिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट्स जब मिल रहे थे सारे लोग नमस्कार कर रहे थे। ये छुआछूत जो है वो साइंटिफिक रीजन थी, कुछ भी चाहे, किसी को ऊपर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन करने के लिए नहीं। तो ट्राइबल्स को ही क्यों नहीं चुना? नगरवासियों को चुन सकते हैं मगर ट्राइबल्स को क्यों नहीं चुना? Why not? Why can't? Why are you not supposed to? That is there. That used to be there in entire Bharatvarsha, not only here, everywhere. Because क्योंकि जो ट्राइबल्स होते हैं वो उनको ये डिजीजेस का जो हमें रोग आते हैं उनका डिफेंस नहीं रहता। नगरवासियों के को ज्यादा डिफेंस रहती है और वहां पे ज्यादा फैलती है, डिजीज जल्दी फैल जाती है और जल्दी फैल जाने के बाद उनके अंदर डिफेंस आ जाती है। तो डिफेंस आने के बाद उनको विथस्टैंड करने का इन ऑर्गेनिज्म से, इन बैक्टीरिया से, वायरसेस से उनके पास डिफेंस आने के बाद उनके वो दे आर लिटिल they have much more ability to survive when these pandemics happen. अगर आप जाके सिटी पीपल आर नॉट सपोज टू गो एंड प्लक इवन एक छोटा सा चीज भी आप नहीं ले सकते फॉरेस्ट से, ये था लॉ बिफोर ब्रिटिश। ये देश में आप जाके एक भी पेड़ का ब्रांच भी नहीं तोड़ सकते, एक लीफ, एक पत्ता भी नहीं तोड़ सकते। एंटायर फॉरेस्ट, पूरा जो जंगल पूरा था, जंगल में जो रहते हैं आदिवासी जो भी कहते हैं उनका संपत्ति थी। इट वॉज देयर रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू कीप अप द फॉरेस्ट। दे नो हाउ टू कीप अप द फॉरेस्ट। उनको पता है जंगल में से कहाँ से कितना कुछ लेना है ताकि वो जंगल खराब होना हो जाए। वो लोग जंगल को अपना मातृ माँ जैसा देखते हैं। इसीलिए जब ब्रिटिशर्स ने इस लॉ को, रूल को, इस देश में जो रूल था उसको ब्रेक करके जंगलों में रेलवे ट्रैक डाल के, when they started looting, when they started taking all the resources from the forest, all the tribals, if you see कितने साउथ में अल्लूरी सीताराम राजू, बुरसा मुंडा, ये सब हर जगह ट्राइबल्स पूरा दे स्टार्टेड फाइटिंग अगेंस्ट ब्रिटिश। ट्राइबल्स क्यों युद्ध कर रहे ब्रिटिश के खिलाफ? उनका संपत्ति उनका अनुमति के बिना वो लोग ले रहे थे, इसलिए उनको गुस्सा आ गया। क्योंकि वो हजारों साल से, लाखों साल से वो लोग दे आर द ओनर्स ऑफ द फॉरेस्ट। तो उनको अपने समाज में कैसे देखते थे? ये चतुर्वर्णा सिस्टम जो है वो सिर्फ नगरवासियों के लिए। चतुर्वर्णा सिस्टम इज ओनली फॉर नगरवासीज, not for the, this system is only for the village people, city people, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. This system is not required in the forest, क्योंकि फॉरेस्ट में सब क्षत्रिय है। एवरीबडी इज अ क्षत्रिय। दे नीड टू नो हाउ टू फाइट, क्योंकि उन लोग सिर्फ लोगों से नहीं लड़ रहे, वो जंगली जानवर से भी लड़ रहे। तो चाणक्य ने कहता है ये जो लोग जंगल में रहते हैं उनको जंगल में रहना देना, क्योंकि जब नगर विदेशी शक्तियों के अंदर आ जाता है कोई भी रीजन से, अपने गलती से, कुछ भी रीजन से, तो अब तब जाके जंगलों से सारे क्षत्रिय होते हैं, जंगल में जाके उनको मदद लेके फिर से हम अपना नगर वापस ले सकते हैं। वैसे किया। आप देखिए राणा प्रताप ने क्या किया, अपना हारने के बाद वो जंगल में गया, पूरा ट्राइबल्स को जुटा लिया, फिर वापस लेके अपना हवेली वापस ले लिया। He has taken back the forts. Same thing Shivaji did. The tribals were never discriminated. It is for their own protection we are not supposed to touch them. For their own protection, for their own good. It is not to do the discrimination. So these tribals were called as the fifth Varna because their geography of living is different. And they used to form a very, very important role in the economy of this country. वो क्या होता था, वो लोग अपना जंगलों से प्रोड्यूस जो भी था रॉ मटेरियल वो लेके आते थे और नगरवासियों का और मार्केट होता था, संधि मार्केट बोलते थे, संधि मार्केट। वो संधि मार्केट में नगरवासी अपना आर्टिकल्स लेके जाते थे और रॉ मटेरियल उनके पास से रॉ मटेरियल लेते थे, एक्सचेंज करते थे बार्टर सिस्टम में। और ये लोग जो भी बेचने अपना रॉ मटेरियल बेचने आए सिटी संधि मार्केट में, नाउ इवन दो दे हैव नॉट, वो लोग अपना छुए नहीं होंगे मगर उनके संपर्क में आए तो देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ कॉन्टैक्टिंग सम डिजीजेस, कुछ रोग अपना उनके अंदर आ सकती थी। तो दे यूज्ड टू डू क्वारंटाइन 2 to 3 वीक्स जंगल के बाहर होते रहते थे। वो संधि मार्केट होने के बाद 2 से 3 वीक्स they used to stay on the outside of the jungle, or that is nothing but the quarantine. We have learned कोरोना में हमने देखा है वो लोग हर महीने करते थे, हर महीने क्वारंटाइन करते थे, ये हमें पता था ये सब पहले से ही। हमारे घर में 125 लोग होते थे, हमारे दादा के घर में। वो समय में 1910s 20s 30s में प्रोबेबली 1950s तक, शायद 1970s तक एक ही घर में होते थे। तो कोई भी अगर आउट ऑफ दिस 120 पीपल इफ एनीबडी गोस, बाहर जाके आते हैं तो वो लोग स्नान करके अपना ड्रेस चेंज करके नया ड्रेस डाल के अंदर आना, स्नान करके पूरा इतने सारे लोग 120 लोग बाहर आते जाएंगे घर के अंदर। whenever they are going out of the house, when they are coming back, they had to take a bath. Is it to discriminate somebody? बाहर के लोग कुछ भी बकवास बकते गए और हमने सुनते गए, अपने बच्चे उसको कुछ पता नहीं, वो लोग मानते गए और we have created such a nuisance in our society. और ब्राह्मण जो थे उनका रोल क्या था? ये शूद्र कौन थे, उनका रोल क्या था? शूद्र बोले संस्कृत टेक्निकल टर्म, शूलम, शूल से जो बंदे, शूल से शार्प इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स, आपने देखा शार्प इंस्ट्रूमेंट, शूलम बोले तो संस्कृत में शार्प इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स। ये इंस्ट्रूमेंट से जो भी काम करते हैं उनको बोलते हैं, इट्स अ संस्कृतम टेक्निकल वर्ड और इट इज कॉल्ड शूद्रा। आजकल क्या हो गया, नाटक निकाल दिए, मूवीज बना दिए, शूद्र बोले तो नीचा दिखाने का। अपने गांव में किसी को ऐसा नीचा दिखाते हैं क्या? तो ये लोग गलत मूवीज निकाल रहे, गलत सीरियल निकाल रहे, तो सारे लोग चुप क्यों बैठे? आजकल के बच्चे अगर हम बता रहे हैं उन लोगों को कि ये पूरा गलत है बेटा, ये लोगों ने ऐसा किया, तो गलत है तो आप लोग क्यों चुप बैठे? हमारे बच्चे पूछते हैं हमसे, व्हाई डिड यू स्टे साइलेंट? ये लोग अपने लोगों को इस्तेमाल करके, अपने लीडर्स को, कुछ लोगों को अपना लीडर बना दिया, उनको कुछ पैसा देके, ऑर्गेनाइज करने के लिए कुछ पैसा देके, एक अलग अलग कैस्ट यानी जाति को कैस्ट बना दिया। कैस्ट इज ए पोर्चुगीज वर्ड, इट वाज नॉट एन इंडियन वर्ड, वो पोर्चुगीज वर्ड था, कैस्टा वाज ए पोर्चुगीज वर्ड। हमारे देश में चतुर्वर्णा सिस्टम होती थी, जाति वर्णा सिस्टम होती थी, आप जिस पे भी जाति में पैदा करो, आप कोई भी वर्ण ले सकते। ऐसा है तो वाल्मीकि तो इनके हिसाब से वो शुद्ध दलित होना चाहिए, तो दलित को पास इतना सारा ज्ञान कैसे आ गया भाई? तो ब्राह्मण सिर्फ संस्कृत सिर्फ ब्राह्मणों का लैंग्वेज बना दिया ना आजकल। तो हाउ कम ही लर्नड ऑल दिस संस्कृत एंड ही रोट ऑल दिस स्क्रिप्चर्स एंड एवरीबॉडी रिवर्स हिम एज ए आदि कवि? उसको कुछ कोई लोग छोटा करते हैं क्या? Does anybody look at him as a lower class? अपने सिस्टम में ऐसा कभी नहीं था, कभी नहीं था. हाँ, for the occupational reasons there might be some reservations to the family. समझो कि you are from a goldsmith family and you have a very good expertise. आपके पास बहुत सारा नेटवर्क बन गया आपका लाइविंग का, आपका जिंदगी का. अब जब शादियां कर रहे तो बोलते हैं कि भाई यही सेम ऑक्यूपेशन के लड़की को लेके आए तो वो हाथ बटाएगी घर के अंदर काम के. अगर दूसरा ऑक्यूपेशन तो उसको जीरो से सिखाना पड़ेगा, बहुत आसान हो जाएगी. अगर वो नहीं मानी तो पूरा नेक्स्ट जनरेशन के लिए लाइवलीहुड बस मुश्किल हो जाएगा. ऐसा रिजर्वेशन होता था, बस उतना ही. फैमिली के लिए अपना लाइवलीहुड में कोई अंतर आ जाएगा, we might lose our livelihood because of this thing. That kind of aberrations might be there because their smooth going life there might be aberrations. इसके लिए सिर्फ उतने लिए वो लोग उनको छोटा दिखाने के लिए नहीं, was not to look upon the others caste as a lower. Every village has all castes. When they go to yatra, everybody go together in a yatra, and when they are going on a yatra, when they go in a yatra, there is no छुआछूत है ही नहीं, क्योंकि they are all together now. वो ये छुआछूत only when they are in their house, because they are afraid that when you let other people coming without proper cleaning their hands or this thing, they might get in contact with pandemics that is going. There are lot of pandemics होते थे वो टाइम पे, क्योंकि ये स्पेशली ये जब कॉलोनाइजेशन शुरू हुआ, ये यूरोपियंस हर जगह जाते थे, चाइना जाते थे, साउथ अमेरिका जाते, हर तरह का डिजीजेस लेके आके भारत में फैलाते थे. तो इट वाज वेरी कॉमन. तो उसके लिए they made it as a lifestyle. They made it as a lifestyle so that they are little जल्दी ना फैले, so that it doesn't disperse. These diseases go fastly they migrate. Just for that reason, आज मैं बात कर रहा हूँ तो I think everybody understands what I'm talking. Earlier when we are talking all these communist people, ये लोग तो पूरा ग्राम खराब हो गया, क्योंकि उनको सिर्फ कम्युनिस्ट लिटरेचर ही पढ़ना है, उनको अपना पर लिटरेचर पढ़ना है ही नहीं. वो लोग जो बोलते हैं whatever they say write about from translation from or they will only read in English, अपना लैंग्वेज में नहीं पढ़ेंगे, ओरिजिनल नहीं पढ़ेंगे, मगर they will say that we have the authority. क्योंकि अपने लोग our people are not reading our scriptures. At least they are able to read some small one sloka here and there and claim the authority on our scriptures. So unfortunate. So they have done it very, very smartly. So now some of you are saying that so some of our people have collaborated with the Britishers, so that's the fault of our own civilization. Sir, if Britishers have initiated the World War II, or the Germany has initiated World War II, whatever, our people, our kings who are underneath, working under the Britishers, they have instructed the soldiers underneath the kings to go and fight along the Hitler. Can you say that Hindus are against Hitler because they fought against the Hitler? The soldiers are soldiers, they will just listen to their masters. उनका अपना कुछ खुद का डिसीजन नहीं होता है. In general, soldiers are supposed to be like that. They always take their orders from their masters. The same thing, जो लोग लालच में या फिर because of some small favors that the Britishers have given, they might have had to oblige as a survivor. They might have helped in the sense when they whatever they wanted to do, they have done what the Britishers have asked. So you can't put that on the entire Indian society. You cannot blame the entire Indian society. You should only blame the people, the few people who have collaborated with the British. You blame those few people. I am okay with it. You should not blame the entire society. What these Anglican or Christian missionaries and communists जो बाहर से आए, their work is there entirely. What they are doing is they are putting all this blame on the Hindus only. Indian people only. And we started accepting it because for hundreds of years they have continuously, like Jews, they have abused Jews. Negative campaigning against the Christians or the Catholics, they have created the campaign, hate campaign against the Jews. They started this against the Hindus. Now the younger generation, they are feeling ashamed that they are born in a Hindu society, Hindu civilization. I have heard it from my own people, from our own friends' children in America, that they are being hit that, uncle, I hate Hinduism because of Sati. Said, like, give me a call, I will explain. आप phone करो तो बोलते हैं I am busy, uncle. You just send me a video or something. I sent her 1 hour video. Oh, that is too long. I sent me 30 seconds. It should not be more than 30 seconds. Allegation बोल सकते हो. You have to tell the whole history behind this. अगर सती होता, हर एक लेडी को ये जब पति मरता था, सबको forcefully they were forcing the ladies into the fire. Did this happen for any of your family? Has anybody pushed a woman into fire? Anybody within your family? वो अपने आप कूदा तो अलग बात है. Has anybody pushed any woman into the fire? सिर्फ मूवीज में होता है. आजकल के बच्चे बोलते हैं yes, you will do it because it is shown in the movie, it is true. वो मूवीज को प्रमाण ले रहे हैं भाई. वो मूवीज को किसने फंड कर रहा है, कौन एक्टिंग कर रहा है, मंगल पांडे कौन एक्टिंग किया. मंगल पांडे मूवी को आमिर खान वाज द हीरो. मंगल पांडे वो एक ब्रिटिशर के साथ बोल के एक सती को, जो ब्राह्मण उसको फेंक रहे थे एक लड़की को, तो उसको बचाने गया. एक यूरोपियन सोल्जर ने, कॉलोनल उसका जो बॉस था, वो उसको मदद कर रहा था. वो दोनों जाके उसको मदद करके उसको बचाया. ये मूवी था. एंड वी ऑल वॉच्ड इट. मंगल पांडे बहुत अच्छा किया, रेवोल्यूशन करके आ गया. मगर उसके अंदर क्या घुसा दिया अपने ब्रेन में? They have implanted that Indian society is the very backward looking society. They kill the women, witch hunters. So the girl child born in Indian Hindu society, वो सोचती है मैं क्यों हिंदू सोसाइटी में पैदा हूं. So will they remain Hindu? Hindu yani it was never a religion. It was never a religion. Hinduism is also one of the symbols, right? Until Christians came to this country, there was nobody who called us Hindu civilization, Hindu religion. Yeah, Hinduism as a religion, the first person who coined this word is a Christian church ka leader, Pope. He classified everybody who lives in this country, in this region, as Hindus. For him, he wanted the entire country to be converted. सारा हिंदूज को कन्वर्ट करो. इतना सारा जातियां हैं, इतना सारा वर्शिप डेटीज है. For them, if you are worshipping a particular deity, then you are a separate religious people. तो इतना सारा religions हम कैसे सबको एक साथ जोड़ दो, सबको हिंदुइज्म. Actually, he is the one who united Hindus with one term. वन पूजा पद्धति को, सारे पूजा पद्धतियों को एकत्रित कर दिया पोप ने, क्रिश्चियन चर्च ने, और बोला go and colonize these people, plunder these people, सबको, मर्दों को मार दो, लेडीज को लूट लो, take them as sex slaves, बच्चों को लूट लो. ये एग्रीमेंट किया है बिटवीन पोर्चुगीज एंड स्पेनिश पीपल के 1494 में. we'll talk about it in detail tomorrow. 1494 टोर्डिसिलिस एग्रीमेंट करके he has, दो कंट्रीज अपने आप लड़ते थे, पोर्चुगीज एंड स्पेनिश. भारत से जो भी शिप जाती थी यूरोप को, वो शिप्स को लूटने के लिए पायरेट्स होते थे, ये लोग लूटते थे. जब लूटने लगे, when they were trying to loot these shipments from India, they would stumble upon, hey, this is my ship, बोल के, ये मेरा है, मेरा करके दोनों लड़ लेते. तो लड़ रहे, तो पोप ने बोला यार तुम लोग दोनों रोमन कैथोलिक कंट्रीज हो, मैं दोनों के बीच में लड़ाई नहीं देना चाहता। आई डोंट वांट यू टू बोथ कंट्रीज टू फाइट, लेट अस डू वन थिंग, मैं पूरा दुनिया को दो हिस्सों में बांट देता हूँ, एक हिस्सा तुम जाके लूट लो, स्पेन को बोल दिया, और एक हिस्सा दे दिया स्पेन पोर्चुगीज को, ईस्ट दे दिया पोर्चुगीज को, और बोला तुम जो लोग दोनों लाके, ये कमेंडमेंट फ्रॉम जीसस है, फ्रॉम द गॉड, दैट you should go and colonize the entire world. You have the right to plunder, because anybody who is not a Christian, doesn't have a soul, so they are like animals. You can go in and kill the people if they don't convert. Take all their wealth. You can loot their wealth. You can take their women as your sex slaves and take their children as your slaves. करके papal bull commandment दे दिया. So that from then onwards, that's why Spanish का कोलंबस गया अमेरिका वेस्ट को, पोर्चुगीज का बंदा वास्को डी गामा आया इंडिया में ईस्ट को, क्योंकि ईस्ट दे दिया पोर्चुगीज को. This is how the colonization has started. They did not come for just the trade. That is all a myth. They came to plunder the non-Christian world. For them, non-Christians are not humans. For them, they are animals. According to their Bible, everybody should read the Bible. Everybody should read the Bible. I will stop here. I'll ask for questions. I'll open it for the questions.
Sir, namaste.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, namaste. My name is Shreyas, and I want to ask about the Shiva Purana, sir, because in a lot of social media, there is whenever we talk about this Satiprata or anything, these people have some ready points to shoot at us, and one of the major ones that I face is about the Shiva Purana, because in they mention some verse in Shiva Purana with the citations, like we say na chapter number so and para number so they mention some citations from that, and when I checked, I went behind that, and with much research, it was not readily available. Some website they have created, and it only has that some number with that. If you click on that website, it gives entire detail as to how Shiva saw the Mohini Avatara, and he dropped his semen in a peacock's in a parrot's mouth and all such things. Okay, the thing is, this might be very ridiculous thing. So when I researched, they have created an entire portal for this. So can we debunk this, like with the proper this thing?
Yes, we have to. This is the duty of, unfortunately, instead of just explaining, we have to debunk the narrative that people are being funded to do this, and the governments are actually funding. The deep state that you are talking about, West, that deep state is actually funding through the NGOs in the entire globe. Every country, the deep state is working. They wanted to finish off the native cultures. Okay, the only unfinished job for them is India. So it is an unfinished job for them. So they have hundreds and hundreds of NGOs funding, and according to the law in India also, you can only fund these secular NGOs. The government cannot fund any religious NGO in India. Only Hindu religious NGOs, only secular or the non-Hindu NGOs, government can also fund by law. It is there in the preamble of our constitution.
But sir, can we regarding Shiva Purana, can we
definitely please put that in the footnote, put that information now there. We will have our scholars here look at that and come back with the explanation, true explanation.
Yes, sir. And also regarding Manusmriti, because now fortunately we have some people bringing out Chatushloki, Manusmriti, and all new works have been published, fortunately. But the general, this is so late, okay. it's good that it has come, but during this period there has been a lot of bashing of Manusmriti. Ambedkar burnt it and all that. Though he did not have a proper sense of Sanskritam, now he has become a great figure whom cannot be touched. You speak against that aspect, you will be regarded as a man who is speaking against Ambedkar. So now, to how do we carefully touch only on that aspect of the wrong understanding of Manusmriti, and wherever the Manu, or even in Chanakya Niti, where he says that if a Shudra does this and this, he must be punished like this. If a woman is not chaste, a husband can hit or whatever. How can we, like, in
These things,
rewriting?
they have altered some of these things. These people have altered the text also, Mahoday. See, they
Yes,
had
yes, exactly.
they have altered the text also.
So, okay,
See,
can we come with the Mula Prati?
our culture is meant for dharma. It would never discriminate against anybody. So there is a very high chances of I have seen many places. I can show some of them also. How they have altered the text, original context also. They have very cleverly altered the text, and they have done some mistakes. Even William Jones also, when he has written his book, he says that he has puts the in the footnote from where he has taken that the Brahmins are after they learn, they are supposed to teach, right? And when he is citing this footnote, and the footnote is exactly perfectly he has written, but when he is translating it in English, he's saying that they are supposed to teach only Brahmins. See, he just added this one word called only. Brahmins, after learning, they are supposed their duty is to do the teaching. That word they have twisted it, saying their duty is only to teach Brahmins.
No, sir. Sir, can I please explain?
Yeah.
Then what is the meaning of Brahmin? Then what is the meaning of Brahmin? The one who know the Brahma. Then what is the meaning of Brahma? Brahma means what is the pure knowledge, pure resource. Then first we have to know what is the noble. Satta, Jati, Pramameya. What are the 6 maintenance of Brahmin? Adhyayana, Adhyapana, Dhana, Pratidana, Dana Svikarana, Dana Pratidana, Ityadi. Ante, can I explain in Telugu?
Yeah. Explain. I'll explain in Hindi.
First, he has to learn. After, he has to teach. Tanu mundu నేర్చుకొని తర్వాత టీచ్ చేస్తాడు. అప్పుడు వాడు బ్రాహ్మణ అవుతాడు. Because he know the Brahma Padartha. What is the Brahma? Brahma means జ్ఞానం. ఆ జ్ఞానం ఎక్కడో లేదు, వేదాల్లో ఉంది. With జ్ఞానే, this is the root word of Sanskrit. Thank you.
So the Brahman का मतलब he can be any learned person, can be Varna system वही है. Any learned person can be considered as a Brahman. It's not. Yeah, Lata Sahiti ji. Yeah, you have raised your hand. You can ask the question, please.
Namaste ji. I have a question regarding this Jew persecution which you have mentioned by the Germans. Somewhere I read that these Jews, whatever the deep state is doing it in India today, they did the same with the Germans when these Jews migrated to Germany. So these people were again.
That is absolutely wrong, ma'am. I'll tell you the history.
But
Good question.
I've also heard that whatever we speak about the Soros today, he also said that, I mean, somewhere he has mentioned that he also fled Germany during this Jew persecution by these Germans. So the deep state today is also run by, I mean, the deep state is all controlled and run by the Jews. So how do we take this?
Yes. So don't you agree that Indian people who are running this country, they're also Hindus only, but they're not working in the interest of the people, but they're working in the interest of the other people. Like that, in the Jews also, there are Democrats, Republicans, there are different views. Both are there. So he's also a Jew, actually. Soros is also a Jew. He's also a Jew. When you get the taste of this money and this kind of this thing, then they don't look at it as this thing. These people are working because they have the talent. Initially, George Soros was a strategist as a management. This thing, how to kill a business, was his actual specialty. So he used to write books, articles, how to kill a business. So he used to come up with the strategies how to kill your competition. So it is a subject of management. So, and with that, this deep state thought that this guy is very good at coming up with the strategies. So let us fund him, and he will do the work for us across the globe. So entire globe will only find fault with George Soros, but nobody knows who is running this fellow. This fellow, now Trump has come out and he himself has said George Soros is the one who is doing all this, and because George Soros himself is against Trump. Because deep state, he doesn't listen to deep state. So now he even told that this George Soros might eliminate me. He also told that directly on the TV. He has told that he might just eliminate me, and he blamed him, George Soros, for his defeat in the last election too.
So in that case, we should not blame Germans, right?
What did you say?
So this Jew persecution, whatever has happened, we cannot directly blame Germans as well. So it's the Zionists
You can directly blame one thing. You can directly blame. You can directly blame Catholic Church directly. Pope has come out recently and apologized for the Holocaust.
Okay.
Yes, openly came after so many years. He came out and apologized for the Holocaust. They are the primary culprits, the Catholic Church. Catholic Church. If you look at that is the reason you don't, for the Israel, whenever at the UN or anywhere, the Catholic countries like France, Spain, Portuguese, these three are always against the Israel. They always talk about against the Israel.
Right.
If you look at England, just a minute, England, America, Australia, Canada, these are all Protestant countries. New Zealand, they support this. It is the fight between Catholics and Protestants. People don't understand. You think that it is a fight between Jews and Muslims. No. Muslims are being used for it. They don't know, poor people. They are being radicalized for it. They are being used. Even in Afghanistan, when I talk about the deep state and the geopolitics and the great game, you will start yelling at me. I'll tell you, you will not even go and sleep. Pakistan was created to protect India. Next sentence I'm not hiding. How do you feel about it?
No,
Pakistan was created to protect India.
To break India.
Can anybody agree to that statement?
No.
That's why I hate the next statement, following statement. From whom?
Right.
Okay. From whom?
From whom?
It was created to protect India. From whom? So this is a statement. It was created to protect India. Now, that I'm giving you the statement. That means if that is the true statement, from whom are they protecting us from? From whom does the British and America protect India from? We think that Pakistan is our enemy and all that kind of stuff because a lot of violence comes from there. But Pakistan is probably, they themselves don't know. They are being used within this great game. The so-called our friend Russia wanted to invade India until 1980s.
Right.
If the British go away from India, because until the borders of Afghanistan, Russian Empire was there. If India goes on to the hands of Russia, then Russia will become the superpower. So they want us to protect India from Russia. So they created a buffer zone during the early 1900s, they fought wars, Anglo-Afghan wars, and created a treaty with Afghanistan that Afghanistan will remain neutral. It will not support neither British nor neither Russian Empire. But at the time of 1947, they asked us that we wanted to give the independence, but we want to have the border air bases, because we don't want this India to go and fall in Russian hand, because Russia will become the superpower and Russia is next to them. And then the problem will be war will happen next to them. So to do that, they're using Pakistan. So deep state is so cruel.
Yeah, got it. So thank you.
Yeah. Any other person? Somebody else is having the questions? Shreyas-ji?
Yes, Mahodaya. The thing is, one thing which we are facing now is that, like we say about the oppression and all that, the bhed bhav and all that. As you rightly pointed out that today, if we ask the Satiprata or whatever, how many are we facing? Nobody. So ours is such a.
You're on mute, Shreyas-ji. You're on mute. You went on.
Sometimes one paddhati or one shastra which is made at one particular point of time might not be very suitable. Yeah.
See, Mahodaya, it was never a practice. It was never a practice.
Yeah.
See, look at even Pandu Maharajas. He has the Madri and Kunti.
Yeah.
When he died, Madri wanted to do sati. Kunti, she stops her. She says, "Don't do that." She stops her. It is not right. But she says, "No, I want to go back and match with my husband."
So that's how it is, Mother. Because
if that was the case, then Kunti was also supposed to. Both of them supposed the Brahman should have come in and throw them in the fire.
Yes, exactly.
It never happened. This is all concoctable stories. All the way from Jesus' story, the birth of Jesus' birthday was never a Christmas day.
So the same way, Ramayana is
Uttarayana day. At the time when they came up with this story, Uttarayana was at the December 25th. Currently, Uttarayana date is December 21. Our festival of Uttarayana day actually is starting at June 15th, January 15th. But actual Uttarayana is at December 21 today. It has shifted because of the precision of the earth. So if you wanted to go back actual Uttarayana day, when was the actual Uttarayana day? When it was around January 15th, you will know how far back this festival, when they started this festival, we will be able to trace how many thousands of years back that this festival, when they started this festival, you would be able to go and trace it. It's all very scientific. Current Uttarayana is December 21. When Christians started, it was the Mitra birthday, the sun god's birthday in the Persian region. In the Persia, Mitra was the main deity. Surya Upasana was the main deity. So when Christians started to colonize them, they said that we will accept our Jesus' birthday as your main festival. You accept our Christianity. It was an exchange. So they started celebrating the region's most important festival as the Jesus birthday. Entire Bible was created in the 4th century, 320 during the Constantine, King Constantine. It was not written before. He put all the clergy, house arrested them, and then got the Bible created. They didn't agree. The clergy at that time did not agree what King Constantine was creating when the Bible was created. You need to go and look whether I'm telling the right thing or not. You go and research. I'm giving you the pointers now. This Bible was created by King Constantine in Turkey. That city's name currently is Istanbul. That is where the King Constantine, to expand his empire, he created this Bible. Bible was created to expand his empire, not as a religious text. He wanted to use the religion to expand his empire. The same thing is happening. They are the one is using the other to expand their own influence in the regions. Yes, Lataji. Lataji.
So actually, we have naturally have like a Gita like that, but they don't have for to rule that world. They are creating. Am I correct?
I didn't. I was not able to hear it properly, ma'am. Can you speak a little louder?
See, this is Kartishwaran from Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So we are talking about that Bible, how they are created like that. So intentionally they create one book, then they spread the news like that. This is one of the religion. This is the God is Jesus like that. But we have natural have Bhagavad Gita. We have Lord Krishna like that. To overcome these tradition, they are created like the same like this. Now we are seeing here now that like Velangani. So their culture, everything, whatever they are following in that church, whatever we already follow in our Amman temple. So our people are confused. Whether this like that.
See, there is a. I will share one link to you guys. If you guys want to understand what this geopolitics, right? There are 2 videos I will share. I will put it in the WhatsApp group. There is a KGB agent called Yuri Benjaminov. Yuri Benjaminov. He's a KGB agent during the 1971 Bangladesh creation. He was a KGB Russian agent working in Indian embassy, and he was sent to actually do the subversion activities in India by Russia. Now we think Russia is our friend. No? Nobody is our friend. If you are weak, everybody wants your meat. So he explains how Russia brainwashes the democratic world. How to brainwash a nation. Entire nation, how to brainwash. There are techniques. And if you look at those techniques, they're all happening in India right now. It is a textbook for understanding this deep state. Russia has their own deep state, America has their own deep state, England has their own deep state, Germany has their own deep state. Every country has their own deep state. Whoever wants to be influential. We just gave it up. We didn't have any kind of protection. India is the only country that is completely confused. We are still remaining Hindus, not completely converted, but confused. In other countries, they have completely converted. They are all converted, so they are all accepted, and they are all living their life, whatever the life they get. We have not converted, but still we don't know the truth. So constantly these colonizers have to continue to do the justification for their colonization. So to do the justification, they have to. It's a very small amount from whatever they are looting this country. So they just put a small amount of these NGOs. They'll start coming up with these articles, and they'll keep all the websites, all the technologies on their main root technologies in there. So they will just provide those things for them. Any other people, they will just shut them off. So we don't have the voice. Earlier, because of the social media, the information is flowing at least. Even though they are banning the channels, they are banning the websites, all that kind of stuff. But now the WhatsApp, the messages, they cannot stop. So at least the information is flowing. So now the people are slowly coming to know about, yeah, how foolish were we? And we started blaming our own people. We start blaming our own people, saying that the problem is our own society. We should understand the problem is not our society. There is some other force that is doing that. Now, once the information comes, you have to do your own homework. Otherwise, you will be subject to. Now, look at the poor people. They have been converted, and they're looting the 10% of their revenue. Now the crores or thousands of crores are being shipped off outside the country. Earlier they were giving, like when you want to catch a big fish, they will put a small fish now. So they did that. Now they are reaping the benefits. 10% of everybody's hard-working money. सबका पैसा लेके जा रहे हैं, लूट रहे हैं ना, बिजनेस कर रहे हैं भाई.
Yes, now most of us neither converted nor follow our tradition.
Exactly. If you're not following, then you're not a traditional Hindu.
Most of them
you
like
cannot
that.
consider yourself as Hindu. You're confused Hindu. See, I was asking for people to put the poll, 62 people, only 40 people put. 7 out of 70 people, out 72 people. That much lethargy is still existing in our society. That's very, very sad. You know, so much lethargy. Yeah, Manish ji.
Namaste, sir.
Yeah, namaste.
There is one question, like, are there any teams or like from Valmiki side we have build or create the counter narratives, like what all have been installed till now? What are that we're trying, like medium we are trying the 9 days episodes? Are there anything extended out of this where we can do it in the societies or family circles somewhere around?
See, one of the fundamental reasons why we set this up is to break the myths, counter this narrative. That is our primary duty. Now, one way to counter it, first to tell who we are now. What we don't have to say bad things about the others. Okay, at least tell somebody is telling something bad, or honestly they didn't understand. Say, give them benefit of doubt, right? Let us give them a benefit of doubt. Worst case benefit they have given. Yeah, unfortunately they didn't understand. They don't understand some they are not in society. They are from the outside. Let us give their doubt is honestly they are having a doubt. Okay? Then whose responsibility is to answer?
Obviously our responsibility.
They have raised a doubt. Okay, let it be an allegation, let it be a negative campaign, let it be. Okay. But whose responsibility is to answer these questions? It is us. We have to answer it. If we have to answer, first we have to study it. We don't have the means to study. We don't have our curriculums. We don't have our educational institutions in our hand. We don't have our temples in our hand. Where are we going to go and learn? You tell me. And lot of literature, our own people they have written literature upon literature negatively. You know, if you look at Balgangadhar Tilak, what kind of an economic person he is. He is a very, very enlightened astronomer. You know, if you look at his book, he accepts Aryans came from the Arctic Circle. Arctic Circle, how can anybody survive? First of all, how can somebody survive such a, here, I don't know under what circumstances they have to accept. It happened during the colonial time. He might be under some duress or some stress. किसी ने उसके ऊपर कुछ दबाव डाल दिया होगा कि आप ये लिखो तभी तुम बाहर जाओगे. बाहर जाने के लिए लिख दिया होगा. Right? We don't know the circumstances. Right? So we have to understand all of these things. R.C. Majumdar 1500 BC लगता है because of Mahabharata. R.C. Majumdar is very good in the contemporary and medieval history, Islamic image. He is very good. But he puts 1500 BC as Vedas and all this Mahabharata thing as 1500 BC technically is and all these writers. So it's so complex to इसको कौन सा चीज समझे, इसको कौन सा चीज that's a big puzzle. They have created such a big mess of everything, and it is our duty to remove this mess, one by one to do it. That is when we say we have or okay. Anybody else want to have this?
Yeah, Mohdaya, in the chat, one of the participants has told that can you please provide all the links to all the claims that we are talking here about.
Definitely,
So
Mother. I will definitely.
after the session, if we share the links, then it might be helpful.
Yes, we will. I will not only share the links, we will also share the links to the purchase the books. Books are also available. bharatgyan.com. A lot of books are available. Not everything is there from that books. I take things which are very good from certain books and come up with. But I will give you all the sources. It could be YouTube links, it could be books, it could be reference. Even the books written by the British or the Westerners, originally in the 1700s, they wrote honestly. They did an honest study of our society, and they wrote honestly. But their intentions changed. Once they had the proper understanding of our society, then they thought if we have to rule this country, we have to distort their history like this, and then put the policies in place so that the society becomes like this. First, they described this is how they should be, and they came up with the strategies how to make this society like this. So now, when you talk within a scheduled caste, when I look at within the scheduled caste, so he is very low behind me. I cannot take a daughter from the girl from that facility. I said, there is nothing like that, boss. These scheduled castes are kshatriyas in this country. Chamars, the Dalits are actually kshatriyas. They are agravarnas. They are the ruling class of this country. Before the British, before the invasions, they were the kings. Lambadas, they were the Rajputs. Madigas, they were that's what they put their king colony names, Maharaja colony, because they had the colony, they had the kingdoms. They fought against the Islamic invasions, and as a punishment, they were given the work to do on the leather as a punishment. Now they do the leather work. They're all kshatriyas. They were never discriminated.
Yes, sir. Sir, and there is also one more book also, sir, which I recently came across, and that I just want to share it. It is called as "Why the Hindu Dharma is Under Attack" by Muslims, Christians, and the Left. It is by Maria Wirth. The writer is Maria Wirth. I just recently came across it.
The simple answer is we don't have any defense. If you look at China, not a single phone message or phone call or a single WhatsApp message can go there. They have a complete firewall. You cannot go in and do subversive activities in China. They teach everybody in their own mother tongue. So we are completely given up there is no defense in this country. We are the only country that they can loot. Other countries is very difficult. So everybody wants a pie out of it because we have given it. We are letting them loot this country. We are not developing our technology. We are going and developing technology for other countries. All our brains we are giving away, and they are using our own brains and come up with the technology, and they'll come and sell, and they are looting us. We are not developing anything for our country. So that's also subversive activity only. Now that's why Modi ji is saying that we should become Atmanirbhar. We should not depend on other party, any other country. Look at what Trump is doing. Yeah. Who else want to? Shivani Payal ji. Shivani Payal. Can you unmute and ask the question, please? I have 3 or 4 hands up. I'll definitely answer these questions, please. Please stay back. They are very important questions. Everybody is asking very good questions. I'll try to answer if I can. If I don't, I will honestly say I don't know. We may have to do some more work, research on it. Manish Yadav. Manish 936 Yadav. Yeah.
We have spoken on.
You don't. Okay. Chitra Shri, please.
Sir, namaste.
Namaste, madam.
Sir, I wanted to ask a question about certain places are there in the world. Okay, and they have restricted entries. But when you look,
can you come again? Can you come again? Can you ask the question again, please? I didn't hear it.
Yeah, there are certain places which are worshipped by other religions now, right now, and they have restricted entries. Okay, but when you observe closely, yeah, but when you observe closely, they have Hindu connections. For example, there are churches of Lalibela in Ethiopia. Okay, and when you look from the above, it looks like in a plus shaped form. Okay, and it is rock cut formation, just like our Ellora temple.
Yeah.
And they say that in the website they say that it has been built in 12th century, but that does not seem that it was built in 12th century or it was built by the Christians, because it has windows which have clearly shaped like swastik.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Africa also. See, Ethiopia was also Egyptian empire. It was ruled by Rama's lineage. The entire Egypt was a solar dynasty. They and all the entire Ramayana was etched in the pyramids. All that region was under direct rule of Rama's lineage. Even Bharata during the Ramayana time, Bharata was in the during the coronation of Rama. Bharata was in the outside Afghanistan because he was safeguarding the borders.
Yes,
so
yes.
the best army would put it in the borders. So all that region, the northern Europe, was all under Indian control for long time, thousands of years ago. Direct control.
And one more thing I would like to add, sir, please wait a minute. One more thing I would like to add here is, recently I was watching a documentary on that monument. Okay, it is a World Heritage Monument now, and in that church they have a screen. Beyond that screen, nobody is allowed to go.
Actually, this untouchability is practiced heavily by the Christians. You know, I have friends. I have some people who work for me. They are Christians. They don't. If you give anything, they will not take the food. Even in America, I have my neighbors. They would say, "Oh, we will not eat. It is very evil to eat from non-Christians' house. We can go and eat in their house, but they will not come and eat. They will propagate this kind of narrative outside, but they are the one who practice maximum."
So I just wanted to check if some places are there in the world which were earlier Hindu places, now being worshipped by others,
not only
now
some
being
places,
restricted to us.
Chitra
So,
Sriji, not only
yeah.
some places, at some point, we were the influencers. Vishwaguru, that's the only reason why we were Vishwaguru for
Yes,
long time. Our influence was there everywhere. We were not directly ruling them.
Yeah, I
But
want
our
you to
influence was
explain the same in your next session, sir. Please
Yes,
consider this
definitely.
point also, please. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, sure. Anybody else? Nandu, you have a hand.
సార్ నమస్తే. నిన్న మీరు ఒక ప్రశ్న అడిగారు, కాలభైరవుడు ఎందుకు కాశీ నగరానికి క్షేత్రపాలకుడు అయ్యారు అని.
Right. Yeah. I don't know who it was. Yesterday somebody asked that question. Why Kalabhairava is the protector of Kashi, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, you can answer that. They will look at this answer later. You can answer that, Nandu.
ఒక 2 నిమిషాల్లో చెప్పాలి అనుకుంటున్నాను.
Yeah, true. Go ahead.
ఫస్ట్ బిగ్ బ్యాంగ్ థియరీ. అందరికీ తెలిసినట్టుగా మన హిందూ రిచువల్స్ లోని వన్ ఆఫ్ ద మెయిన్ రిచువల్ మహాశివరాత్రి. అది మాఘమాసంలో వస్తుంది. ఎప్పుడైతే శివుడు లింగ రూపంలో ఆవిర్భవించినప్పుడు, అంటే అది శివునికి పార్వతికి కళ్యాణం అయింది అని కొంతమంది కళ్యాణం చేస్తారు. అంటే శివుడు ఆల్రెడీ ఉన్నాడు, ఇదివరకే శివుడు ఉన్నాడు, కానీ లింగ రూపంలో ఆవిర్భవించాడు. ఎలా ఆవిర్భవించాడు అంటే దానికి మనకి రిచువల్స్ దొరుకుతున్నాయి. మాధ్యందిన సంహితాయాం రుద్రస్వరూపం అంటే శుక్ల యజుర్వేదంలో మనకి మాధ్యందిన సంహితలోని మనకి శ్లోకాలు, మూల శ్లోకాలు కనబడతాయి. ఆపాతాల నభస్థలాంత భువన బ్రహ్మాండ మావిస్ఫురత్ జ్యోతిస్పాటిక లింగమౌలి విలసత్ పూర్ణేందు వాంతామృతై హస్తోకాప్లుతమేకమీశమనిషం రుద్రానువాకాంజపన్ ధ్యాయేత్ ఈప్సిత సిద్ధయే ద్రౌపదం విప్రోత్ విప్రోహ అభిషించేత్ శివం అని. విప్రులు ఇలా ఈ విధముగా ఊహించుకొని ధ్యానము చేసుకొని ఆ శివలింగానికి అభిషేకం చేయాలి అనేసి. ఎటువంటి శివుడు? ఆపాతాల నభస్థలాంత, పాతాళము మొదలుకొని నభస్థలము అంటే ఆకాశం వరకు, స్పేస్ వరకు వ్యాపించి ఉన్నటువంటి ఆ స్పేస్, ఆ స్తంభాన్ని ఊహించుకొని మనం అభిషేకం చేయాలి అంటున్నారు. అంటే ఇదంతా ఒక బిగ్ బ్యాంగ్ థియరీ. ఎందుకు మనం ఊహించుకోవాలి అంటే బ్రహ్మ అండ్ విష్ణు వీళ్ళిద్దరూ ఫైట్ చేసుకొని ఆ శివుణ్ణి వెతకడానికి వెళ్ళారు.
It is not Brahma and Vishnu. It is not Brahma and Vishnu. It is Indra and Vritra. Indra and Vritra.
Actually, and who is Vritrahan? వృత్తాసురుణ్ణి హననం చేశాడు. దట్స్ వై హీ గాట్ ఎ నేమ్ వృత్రహన్. నకారాంత పుంలింగ వృత్రహన్ శబ్ద. దేవతలందరూ అయితే బ్రహ్మకి కొంతమంది సపోర్ట్ చేస్తారు, విష్ణువు కూడా కొంతమంది సపోర్ట్ చేస్తారు. ఆ స్థలాలను ఆది అంతంలో వెతకడానికి వెళ్ళారు. ఇక్కడ టాపిక్ అది కాదు. ఎప్పుడైతే విష్ణు ఐ కాంట్ ఫైండ్ ద బాటమ్ అని అట్లా చెప్పేసి ఇంకా తను ఒప్పుకుంటాడు. ఒప్పుకున్న తర్వాత ఇంకా బ్రహ్మ మాత్రం అబద్ధం చెప్తాడు.
Brahma and Vishnu both go to opposite directions. During that creation process, there is a big light of beam of light that comes from the. Then they both try to find the end of it. They cannot find it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it is a creation story actually.
Okay. అది మీరు సైంటిఫిక్ గా తర్వాత ప్రూవ్ చేయండి. కానీ ఇక్కడ మనకి కాశికాపురాధినాథ కాలభైరవం భజే. ఆ కాలభైరవుడిని ఎందుకు కాశీనగరంలో మనం పూజించాలి అనేది చెప్తున్నాను. అప్పుడు శివుడు కోపగ్రస్తుడు అవుతాడు. బ్రహ్మదేవుడు నేను కనుక్కున్నాను అని చెప్తాడు. అందుకు కొంతమందిని కూడా ప్రూఫ్ గా తెచ్చుకుంటాడు. అది ఏమీ కాదు, నాకు అంతా తెలుసు అని చెప్పి ఇంకా శివుడు కోపగ్రస్తుడుగా ఉన్నటప్పుడు, ఎందుకంటే ఆ సమయం గురించి చెప్పాడు బ్రహ్మ, సమయముని అబద్ధంగా చేసి చెప్పాడు కాబట్టి కాలరూపమునే భైరవుడుగా దాల్చి ఒక సునక వాహంతోటి కాలాన్నే టైంనే ఒక నల్లగా ఆయన చూస్తేనే ఒక టెర్రిబుల్ గా ఉంటాడు. అటువంటి రూపం దాల్చి ఆయన వచ్చాడు. ఆ బ్రహ్మ యొక్క 5 తలల్లోని ఒక తలని తీసేశాడు. అది సైంటిఫిక్ గా ఎలా అయినా మనం తర్వాత ప్రూవ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. కథ మాత్రం అందరికీ తెలియాలి.
I think I know where I can find the proper explanation for it.
Yes.
It is not coming to my brain. I know this story. Okay. We'll answer this in the next video. We'll try to answer this.
ఇప్పుడు అప్పుడు కాలభైరవుడు ఉద్భవిస్తాడు. ఇది ఎక్కడ ఉంది అంటే స్కంద పురాణంలోనే ఉంది. స్కంద పురాణంలో కాలభైరవోత్పత్తి మనకి చక్కగా కనబడుతుంది. స్కంద పురాణంలోని వెళ్తే చాలా గుడ్ రీసోర్స్. ఎందుకంటే దీన్ని కనుక్కుంటే అసలు ఎంత పొడుగు ఎంత వెడల్పు ఉద్భవించాడో కూడా ఆ లైట్ బీమ్ ఆఫ్ లైట్.
There is a lot of science embedded in it. We will answer this. I'll try to find the right references for this scientific explanation of it and come up with it. Okay.
అలా ఆ కాలభైరవుడు ఉద్భవించాడు. ధన్యవాదాలు.
Good work. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Let us close this session. Om Shanti. Namaste, everybody. Let us start with a small Shanti mantra. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Punaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinamadittamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Am I audible to everybody, please? So we're just waiting for a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes. We'll just wait and we'll start. So we apologize for yesterday's snag in the internet yesterday. So we had to really struggle with the speed of the internet, and the flow of the speech had to got hampered. So we will re-record the aspects that we learned yesterday, and we will upload it so you can watch it again. Many of them have a complaint that they were not able to even see the screen properly. So it is because of the internet here. So we'll be launching a small poll today just to get an understanding of the population's history, understanding of the history among the population that is coming for these classes. So we have two questions we are launching. We want everybody to please answer these two questions. Okay. Were you guys able to see the question? There are about two questions that I have asked. So I want everybody to guess the answer, please. I want everybody to answer this question. Just guess the answer. If you don't know, guess the answer.
Sir, I am not able to see the question. Unable to see the question.
Please read out the question.
There are more than 43 people now. Only 2 people have voted. Can everybody look at the polls? Not able to see the question.
Sir, how can we see the question?
Somebody is saying not able to see the question.
Please go to the polls and answer the question, please.
Where it located in Google?
For the viewers, where is the location of the polls? Yeah. Click on the 9 dots. Over there, you have the polls. On the right bottom corner. On the right bottom corner. On the right bottom corner, you have the if you click on it, there should be option to select the polls. Can everybody please answer the questions, 2 questions in the polls? If you click on the right bottom corner, where the 9 dots are there, there should be an option called polls. And that I've asked the 2 questions. I want the answer from everybody, please.
Tools. Tools option they have to click. Tools.
Everybody, please answer the questions. 2 questions. On the right bottom corner, you have the 9 dots. If you click on those 9 dots, you'll get the polls option, and you can answer these 2 questions. Neera Raghav, not able to see. On the top right corner of your window, there are 9 dots where if you click, you'll get options for the polls.
Sir, please question हिंदी में बोलेंगे?
Yeah, who is asking the question, please? Neeta Bhatt. Who is asking the question?
जी sir, I.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead. So out of 50, only 20 people have voted. 30 people are sitting idle. That is the major problem with our society. All it takes is to click on the button. Okay, she wants Praveen Singh. She wants to speak the question in Hindi. Okay, the first question is: जब ब्रिटिशर्स अपने भारत में आके सबसे पहला बैटल, अपना पहला युद्ध 1757 में जीते थे, बैटल ऑफ प्लासी बंगाल में, उस समय कौन जीत रहा था? कौन भारत को रूलिंग कर रहे थे? इस्लामिक राज्य था पूरा देश, हिंदू राजा रूल कर रहे थे, कौन शासन कर रहा था? पहला ऑप्शन इस्लामिक रूलर्स यानी विदेशी शक्तियां, दूसरा पोल जो दूसरा आंसर है हिंदू रूलर्स, अपने स्वदेशी राजा यानी हिंदू राजा। तो सेकंड क्वेश्चन, दूसरा क्वेश्चन जो है, दलित्स, जो आज जो जिस जातियों को हम दलित बोलते हैं, उस जातियों को क्या भारतीय समाज डिस्क्रिमिनेशन यानी उसको नीचा देखती थी 1500 एडी के पहले जब इस्लामिक इन्वेशंस आए? हाँ, मेजर इन्वेशंस तो 1200 में आए, 1192, मगर बिफोर मुगल्स आने तब तक 1500 में आए थे मुगल्स। उस समय के पहले क्या दलित जाति को नीचा देखा जाता था तब भी? हाँ बोले तो फर्स्ट ऑप्शन यस, ना बोले तो सेकंड ऑप्शन नो। 2 क्वेश्चन, सिर्फ 2 क्वेश्चन पूछे हमने। सिर्फ 2 क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं। तो अभी सिर्फ 28 लोग out of 62 people have voted, less than 50%। अगर ऐसा ही रहा हमारा हालत, वोटिंग नहीं करेंगे, बाहर जाके वोट नहीं करेंगे, आपको हक दिया गया है वोट करने का, you have been given the right to vote, you have to utilize it, you have to go out and vote। भारतीय समाज सो रहा है, यही निदर्शन है। वोट भी नहीं करेंगे, बटन भी नहीं दबाएंगे, अपना हक क्या है वो भी पता नहीं है। आई वांट सब लोगों का, आई वांट एवरीबडी टू वोट। अगर तेलुगु में बोलना चाहूं तो तेलुगु में बोलता हूं। ఇక్కడ కుడివైపు కిందన 9 చుక్కలు ఉంటాయి, అక్కడ క్లిక్ చేస్తే మీకు పోల్స్ అనే ఒక ఆప్షన్ వస్తుంది। ఆ పోల్స్ అనే ఆప్షన్ కొడితే మీకు 2 క్వశ్చన్స్ అడిగాను, ఆ 2 క్వశ్చన్స్ కి ప్లీజ్ ఆన్సర్ చేయండి। ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్, బ్రిటిష్ వాళ్ళు 1757లో మొట్టమొదటి ప్లాసీ యుద్ధం గెలిచారు। ఆ గెలిచినప్పుడు భారతదేశం ఎవరి చేతిలో? ముస్లిం ఇస్లామిక్ రూలర్స్ చేతిలో ఉండిందా, మన భారతీయ రాజులు హిందూ రూలర్స్ చేతిలో ఉండిందా? ఎవరు రూల్ చేస్తున్నారు భారతదేశాన్ని ఆ సమయం? 1757, 1757 AD। రెండో క్వశ్చన్, ఇప్పుడు పిలువబడే దళిత జాతులు వాళ్ళ యొక్క పరిస్థితి ఏమిటి? ఇస్లామిక్ రూలర్స్ కంటే ముందు, అంటే ఇన్వేషన్స్ కంటే ముందు, 1500 AD కంటే ముందు, అంటే అక్బర్ కంటే ముందు, స్పెసిఫిక్ గా చెప్పాలంటే అక్బర్ కంటే ముందు మన భారతదేశంలో ఈ దళితులని నీచంగా చూసేవాళ్ళమా? అంటరానిగా వాడుగా చూసేవాళ్ళమా? తొమ్మిది చుక్కలు ఉంటాయి రైట్ సైడ్ కింద। 31 మంది ఓట్ చేశారు, 62 మందికి, ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ 50%। మనం బయటకు వెళ్ళి ఓట్ చేసే పర్సంటేజ్ కూడా ఇదే। మన భారతదేశంలో 50% ఓట్ చేస్తాం, మిగతా వాళ్ళు నిద్రపోతూ ఉంటాం। ఎండ ఎక్కువ ఉంది, వర్షం పడుతుంది, అంతసేపు క్యూలో ఎందుకు నిలబడాలి? వై షుడ్ బి స్టాండ్ ఇన్ ద క్యూ? People don't go and vote. Is anybody understanding what I am asking? Is anybody not understanding? किसी को समझ में नहीं आ रहा वोट कैसा करना? समझ में नहीं आ रहा किसी को? प्लीज वोट। मैं और एक 2 मिनट देता हूं, उसके बाद में क्लास सेलेक्ट आते हैं। विल स्टार्ट द क्लास। 2 मिनट प्लीज एवरीबडी, सब लोग वोट करिएगा। 34 out of 62 out of 66। ठीक है। So at least I think it is representative of the population who is attending this class. So we can't see Niranjan Vidya, can't see the question. So on the top right bottom, sorry, not top, sorry, lower bottom right, lower bottom right, there is 9 dots. Lower bottom right, there is 9 dots. Click on that, you will see the polls option.
నమస్తే అండి, మీరు స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేసి కూడా చూపించవచ్చు, అది అర్థం కాని వాళ్ళకి.
Let me see. Can you guys see the screen?
Yes, yes.
ఇక్కడ కింద it is there on the right bottom corner. Here. Because of all these things, I'm unable to show them. So can you guys see meeting tools on the top right, bottom right corner? Bottom right corner, please look at my mouse. Bottom right corner. Bottom right corner, meeting tools. If you click on the meeting tools, you will see the polls. You go to the polls, you should be able to answer these two questions. Bottom right corner, meeting tools. Okay. So